I've got two figs here. I've got Super Red Hybrid and Super Jumbo. And I was just out here checking things out today, and I noticed that there are a big old bag of jelly on both of them. Look how big that dang fig is right there. Super soft. Very, feels like the eye is open. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then I've always kind of suspected that these are very similar figs, but you go right next to it to Super Jumbo and you got a similar, very, very similar fig. So I'm going to compare these two. If you look at the leaf, this is Super Red Hybrid and this is Super Jumbo, and they look very much the same to me. So it's not often that I can kind of, I'm gonna pull this off. It's got some damage on it. Well, maybe not. There we go. And so anyway, the Super Red Hybrid, one particular fig here, and I got a lot that are starting to swell. It seems to be a little bigger, so let me pull it and we'll take a look at it. Look at the size of that bad boy. Quite an open eye. Let me smell it. Seems to be fine. I'll probably cut that little bit out. It's got a little bit of cracking. I'm going to hold that in my left hand, and we're going to go right over here to this other bag of jelly. Super soft here, and we're going to pull that one off. That one's eye is a little more closed. So I'll carry them over to the deck and I'll do an examination of the figs there, minus the leaves. I'm moving more towards showing the leaf on the tree instead of plucking it off, and just highlighting the figs with a white background. But so yep, Super Jumbo next to Super Red Hybrid on the left. And I can tell from the size of the eye I won't mix those up. So let's head over to the deck and evaluate. These are how the figs are in the orchard there. Super Red Hybrid's on the right and Super Jumbo is on the left, so that's how I'm going to keep it. And I'll write underneath here in editing which one is which, and we'll compare them in the same exact video next to each other along with the taste test. Cutting them open kind of reinforces my thoughts that they're the same fig. So let's get a taste test and see if that differs. Now this one-time review isn't going to make me change my mind, but it's got me paying more attention between the two. So one of these figs might not have a home after a while. It's because it's redundant and naming it something different. I don't like that. I like it. I don't like it when people rename varieties that already exist. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Lean back just a little bit. Yeah, this should work. All right, I'm in my sun protection gear and I've got my fig protection sleeves on. It's dual purpose actually. That fig sap tears me up, and the sun, the high UV sun, tears me up. My background is Scottish Irish, and did the DNA test and all that, and some of the rest of the UK. It's almost all on that island, but or two islands. So anyway, I'm a red and shed, so I get red and I shed. So let's do a taste test. I got them on the bench here in the order they are out there, and I've got Super Red Hybrid. Sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering the name now. I was just there. Okay, so I've got Super Jumbo. I should edit that out. And Super Red Hybrid. To me, they look exactly the same. just a little different size, and that doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to smell near the eye. They don't look, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the eye. I don't see any issue with either one. So we'll start with the Super Red Hybrid. And by the way, if you didn't know, all figs, every single fig you'll ever run across is a hybrid. I don't know why people name them hybrids. I think maybe the intent sometime is if you cross two different species, that is still a hybrid, but so is crossing two different parent figs. And so since figs are not self-fertile, like most sites say, figs are not self-fertile. The common fig is parthenocarpic, and that means it will produce fruit without being pollinated. Self-fertile refers to the act of the tree, male pollen on the same tree, pollinating the female flower on the same tree. That's why it's called self-fertile. Within itself, it can fertilize itself, but common figs are not fertilized. The typical two ways it's done is by the fig wasp, which there are no fig wasps in Arkansas. In the United States, it's almost all in California, because the fig wasp is it can only survive in certain areas. So, and the other way is by hand pollinating, by men, by women, by people. Okay, so that being said, all figs are hybrids. That just means they have two different parents. That's what hybrid means. So you're a hybrid, I'm a hybrid. So, all right, so let's take a bite. It's a very good taste. It's very, squishy is a good word, but it's very, the pulp is not thick. It's not ultra watery, but it's on the watery side, making it very, like melt in your mouth almost. It's a substantial bite. It's going to take 3 bites. For that one. I'm going to be full after this one video. All right, now let's get the Super Jumbo. All right, it's very similar, but it's a little different. That can be because of the fig itself as well. So it's very, very similar, but the Super Jumbo has a little better taste to me. It is very similar, very, very similar. And the Super Jumbo is smaller, so it's probably, it might be a little more concentrated. Plus it rained a lot, and these things just popped up out of nowhere. So we're gonna do a fast comparison. So hopefully I don't smack too much for you, I'm making loud munching noises. I don't like that either. When somebody gets the microphone next to their throat or close enough where you can hear them. I know I'm bad about it sometimes too, but it's still off-putting when people do that. Same evaluation. They're both almost exactly the same in taste. This one seems to be a little more intense. Towards the top, there's less flavor in it. It's less, man, I don't want to say berry, but it's got like a little bit of a berry tone to it. Golly, it's not enough to discern at all. I would call it sugarberry. It doesn't have honey notes. Either one of them, they don't have honey notes. And that's another thing. Only bees make honey. So the syrup in here is nectar. So not honey. Because figs are flowers. Okay, that's pretty much it. I wish I could describe the taste. It's sugar, very sugar forward, very creamy, wet, moist, substantial, kind of melts in your mouth, unlike cotton candy or watermelon. Doesn't have those tastes to it. It's got some other kind of very, 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 very light type of berry, but not heavy at all. So it's an okay fig. It's an okay fig. I like some of the bigger honey ones better, but this one's pretty decent too.